Good evening, audience, and to you watching me wherever in the world. Thanks to America for welcoming me and into the American Got Talent stage. I come from a land most of you have never visited, a land called Burkina Faso in Africa. In our language, Burkina means upright people, and Faso means fatherland. But tonight, I do not stand here just as the president of Burkina Faso. I stand here as the voice of a continent that has been crying in silence for far too long. You call this a talent show, but tonight, I bring you no tricks, no dance, no illusions. I bring you a message that could save lives or be ignored, like Africa has been ignored for decades. I grew up in a land where we mine gold, yet our people are poor. We have rivers, yet our children fetch dirty water. We are rich in soil, in diamonds, in culture, but still we kneel before the world with begging bowls. And why? Because our greatest disease is not war. It is not poverty. It is not even colonial scars. Our greatest disease is greed at the very top. Americans, do you know what it means to see a hospital with no electricity while the president's house shines with 24-hour light? Do you know what it feels like when a village woman walks 10 kilometers with her sick baby, only to be told there is no medicine, but we have gold in the ground? Have you ever wondered why Africa, a land so rich in everything the world needs, is always shown as the poorest? Do you know how it feels to watch your leaders dine in 5-star hotels overseas while your brothers sleep under mango trees because they cannot afford rent? I'm not here to accuse Americans. In fact, I ask you, would you stay silent if your leaders lived like kings while your children went to school in broken buildings? Would you sit and watch while foreign companies took your oil, your minerals, your dignity, and left your people in the dust? Africa is not a land of darkness. It is a land that has been darkened by corruption, by exploitation, and by betrayal from within. We blame the West. Yes, they have played their part, but the truth is, our leaders are eating alone. They are flying private jets while students write exams in candlelight. They build mansions on the bones of the hungry. They send their children to schools in Europe while neglecting the schools in their own villages. And so, I came here, not to beg for charity, but to beg for conscience, to ask that you look past the aid and help us bring accountability. Because if we, the African people, speak, they ignore us. But if you speak with us, they will listen. To my brothers and sisters watching this from Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Senegal, Mali, Congo, South Africa, Uganda, Niger, I ask you, how long will you watch your motherlands bleed while your leaders grow fat? How long will we bury our dreams so that a few can live in luxury? It is not too late. We must rise. Not in violence, but in vision. Not in hate, but in healing. We must stop serving flags and start serving our people. America, I thank you for this stage. Not because it made me famous, but because it allowed me to speak the truth in front of the world. And if one African leader watching this tonight puts down his glass of wine, if one governor turns away from a bribe, if one youth stands up and says enough is enough, then this is not just a performance. Tonight I stand not as a soldier of war, but as a soldier of change.
Africa, can you hear your children cry? I walk through fields of diamonds, but the children still go bare. I saw gold beneath the mountains, but the schools are never there. Our leaders ride in shadows with power in their hands, but the people build their future in broken earth and sand. Stand for Africa, don't sell her name. Don't build your palace on your people's pain. Rise for justice, lead with grace. Let your children see your honest face. Africa, it's time to heal again. They wear suits in foreign cities, signing futures they don't feel, while back home the mother's cooking prayers for her only meal. They speak of peace and cameras, but silence every voice. It's time we tell the truth. It's time we make a choice. Stand for Africa. Don't hide behind gain. Don't bear the crown if you can't bear the pain. Lead with heart, not with fear. Make the cries of the people loud and clear. Africa, she's calling you again. Can't you hear the voices rising in the dust? Don't you see the youth who cry because they must? They don't need your speeches, they need your hands. To build, to heal, to understand. Stand for Africa, don't sign a name. Don't build your palace on your people's pain. Rise for justice, lead with grace. Let your children see your honest face. Africa, she must rise again. Africa, we must rise again. Not with blood, but with truth. Not for power, but for the people. Stand for Africa. Yeah. Not with blood, but with truth. Not for power, but for the people. Stand for Africa.